The bitter reality of the pandemic is that no one is safe until everyone is safe. And many least developed or low-income countries lack the wherewithal to make vaccines. So India decided to help. Even before the COVID-19 pandemic struck, over 60% of the world's vaccines were supplied by India. And after COVID-19, the worst pandemic of the century struck, India doubled down and lived up to its reputation of being the pharmacy of the world. It leveraged its strengths in vaccine manufacturing to benefit its people, the neighborhood and humanity as a whole. In January 2021, India launched Vaccine Maitri. Under it, it exported Made in India vaccine doses to nearly 100 countries through grants, commercial shipments and the COVAX facility. Overwhelmed by India's gesture amid a mammoth global crisis, the recipient countries were full of gratitude and fulsome praise for India. As the demand for vaccines peaked in India amid the grueling second wave of the pandemic, the government decided to focus primarily on expanding domestic production of a wide variety of vaccines to meet the growing domestic demand on priority. It facilitated development of 15 vaccine candidates and set up a network of clinical trial sites to ensure quick conduct of clinical trials. COVID-19 biorepositories were set up where tens of thousands of samples were archived for assessing vaccine efficacy and immunogenicity or the ability of the vaccine to provoke an immune response. To expand manufacturing capacities of Covaxin, the government committed financial resources to Bharat Biotech and 3 public sector units: Indian Immunologicals in Hyderabad, Hafkin Biopharmaceuticals in Mumbai, and Bharat Immunologicals and Biologicals in Bulandshahr.
The Department of Biotechnology has been very closely involved in the vaccine development, manufacture, and accelerating the indigenous development, right from supporting unique platforms, connecting the academia and industry together, setting up the ecosystem from immunogenicity labs to animal challenge facilities to setting up of clinical trial networks. We have, in fact, a portfolio of over 15 candidates which were supported. We are very pleased that today we have an emergency use authorization for the world's first DNA vaccine. We have another 3 vaccines in late stage of clinical trials. The others will follow. And in addition to this vaccine development, we have also augmented the production and manufacturing of Covaxin, another indigenous vaccine, by enhancing manufacturing capacities.
In April 2021, the 3rd vaccine entered India's basket of approved vaccines. It was Russia-made Sputnik V, developed by Moscow's Gamaleya Institute. But India's role was not limited to an importer of Sputnik V. Its bridging trials in India were conducted by Hyderabad-based Dr. Reddy's laboratories. Russian sovereign wealth fund RDIF that markets the vaccine globally also tied up with Indian facilities to manufacture the shot in India.
It is important to recognize that adenovirus tends to cause common cold, and therefore there was a fear that if you use the same adenovirus in both the dosages, perhaps the immunization may not work well. Sputnik V used 2 different strains of adenovirus, adenovirus 26 and adenovirus 5, in the 2 dosages that were provided, and which actually also adds an innovation to the approach of giving a vaccine.
Soon after, the Government of India authorized foreign-produced COVID vaccines which have been approved for emergency use by the US, UK, EU, Japan and WHO-listed agencies. For faster availability of vaccines, the precondition of holding Phase 3 clinical trials in India for emergency use authorization was done away with. In June 2021, India's vaccine basket got richer with the addition of US pharmaceutical major Moderna's mRNA technology-based COVID-19 vaccine. So while Moderna, through its Indian partner Cipla, already has emergency use authorization in India for its COVID-19 vaccine, its rollout has been held up over the issue of indemnity. In August 2021, Johnson & Johnson's single-dose COVID-19 vaccine became the 5th vaccine to be approved by India for emergency use. The same month, India got another shot in the arm with its drug regulator granting emergency use approval for Zydus Cadilla's Made in India COVID-19 vaccine, the world's first DNA shot against the coronavirus for adults and children aged 12 years and above. It is also India's first needle-free COVID-19 jab.
Zydus vaccine is the first DNA vaccine that has been approved so far in the world. Now, when we say DNA vaccines have a disadvantage that their immunogenicity, that is a potential to provoke immune response from our body, is likely to be lesser. But Zydus vaccine has used a newer technology of jet injectors so that the DNA that they want to provide, which encodes for the spike protein, would be directly delivered to the cells that are used in development of immune response. And therefore, this is a new technology, first of its kind application globally.
In October 2021, India began clearing the decks for another vaccine for children, Bharat Biotech's Covaxin for children in the 2 to 18 years age group.
Though children have an immune system that can handle this infection far better than adults, and they may not develop severe COVID disease as commonly as you would develop in adults, it is also important now to recognize that newer evidences that are being generated tend to reveal that post-COVID syndrome is also seen among children who may be having mild infections. Since they have a long life to live, we do not know what would be the impact of these post-COVID syndromes on other organs, given the fact that this is a multi-organ disease. We should be actually trying to ensure that the child never acquires this particular infection, and also ensure that the child gets protected by this pediatric vaccine.